Hi guys, it's Eliza and this is Eliza's Bookshelf. Today I'm going to go over my BIPOC pick of October, the Hurricane Wars. And then at the end I will also go over my pick for November, which I am pretty excited about because it's a little bit changed from the books that I've picked in the last few months. But yes, Hurricane Wars came out October 3rd. And I remember that date because I was counting down to that date till this released the whole year, it feels like. This book is by Thea Guanzan. There she is. And I remember watching a lot of her interviews. She did something else before writing, but she was always thinking like, oh, her heart's not in it, but always that pressure of having to do that specific, career or whatever. She just stuck with it until, I think it was during the pandemic, where she was writing the story and then it like caught on and someone said, hey, let's turn this, I think it was a fan fiction, into an actual novel. So she changed a bunch of things. So this was actually Raylo fanfic initially. I know a lot of people kind of hated on it because they were like, oh, it's just another Raylo fanfic, which I think Ellie Hazelwood started off as well. But I mean, that didn't really deter me because I read a lot of fan fiction a long time ago. I even read the K-pop fan fiction with Chinhwa and stuff like that a long time ago. So they can be really good. So that did not deter me from reading this or being excited about it. In fact, I was so excited that I ordered all the copies. I ordered Waterstones edition, and UK covers usually I like more, but I think in this instance I do like the US cover more. Like the color, this is a little bit more lighter, this is darker, which I like, but the Waterstones edition has these edges, and if you flip inside, I don't know how to show you guys this, but if you flip inside, you see like this little ship moving. So that is so cute. That's in like all the UK editions. Let me see. I think there's a colored map, and then there's this beautiful foiled hard case or whatever. Yeah, so that's the Waterstones edition. If you order just the UK regular one, you will still get that hard case customization. And then I got Fairy Loots edition, which came in for the October adult book. This is by far the most prettiest edition book that I own, I think. Like all of my Fairy Loot books, all of my other special edition books, this is the prettiest. I like the different cover that they did. Their edges are also nice. Actually, is it different than this one? Yeah. It is different than the Waterstones, but they're both equally gorgeous. But what I love the most is, let me show you guys the end page art as well. So that is one of the characters, and then the other one is, hold on. The other one is Alaric. But my favorite, oh my God. My favorite is the hardcover itself. So darn pretty. I think I even like it more than Emily Wilde's edition. Look how nice that is. Anyway, so as you can see, I'm like really crazy about this book, or I was really crazy about this book. And this is not even it. I have 3 more editions coming in. I have the one from Satis Fiction, I have the one from Dazzling Book Box, and then I have one more. Oh yeah, I have Fox and Wits, which I don't think theirs is that much customizations. It's just like the alternative dust jacket, which I really liked. So I have these 3 books, and I have 3 more coming in. So it kind of tells you like my mindset going into this release. I was really excited. I was, obviously 5-star prediction mode here. So this book is the fates of 2 bitter enemies with opposing magical abilities. They're swept together in the Hurricane Wars. The spellbinding debut in a fantasy romance trilogy, oh my gosh, that's a trilogy, set in Southeast Asia inspired world ravaged by storms. It's perfect for fans of Sarah J Maas and R.F. Kuang. So, reading the synopsis, hearing all this buzz, I thought that I would love it because I love Sarah J Maas. R.F. Kuang, I've only read one thing, I think, Babel, and I loved it. I love fantasy, romance. I love Southeast Asian everything, culture and stuff like that. So I was like, ooh, I think I will love it. And that's why I bought everything. But honestly, like this video is a little bit late because I actually just finished this book like an hour ago. And it was just a struggle bus to get through. I almost DNF'd it, but I was like, no, let's get through it. Let's see what's going on. And so I was around like the 75% mark, but I was like, I'll just power through it. And even reading like the last 150 pages, I was like, that was a snooze fest. there were so many things. I was trying to figure out like why this wasn't for me, and I feel like it was more than one thing. It was just like everything together. The writing itself. Oh, and I hate to be so nitpicky, but like I don't like the font. The words just look like they're so close together, and I think the formatting of the book itself made it so that the block is too close to the, what's it called, the inner here, and I don't know. So that itself made me not want to look at the book too much. Sorry, I'm being stupid, but what else? Like the pacing of the book, yes, it was a little bit weird, because it took like half the book to get to the point where they're like, okay, we have to work together for this, when I thought that was like what the whole book was about, right? And then like some reveals that happened in the beginning of the book, I felt like it would have been nice to be like kind of, you know, hinted at later on, be surprised, whatever. Oh my gosh, and I did not like it. The romance itself too was just like, I did not feel connection between the two. Yes, they're enemies, and I understand why they're enemies because of their whole family history. But they would like kind of talk to each other and bond and have some spark, and then all of a sudden they're fighting again. They're back to square one. It was a bunch of like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, not like progressing anywhere, right? For me, that's how I felt. But man, what a miss. I don't even want to tell you guys what I rated this book because I'm so sad about it. But yeah, I mean, I might do a giveaway for this book just so that I hope someone else can enjoy it more than I did. Because I was talking to my friend who she loved it, and then I was telling her how much I was struggling to get through it, and she's like, she's been hearing that it is a bunch of hit or miss. You either really love it or you really do not like it, and there's like no in between. So I might do a giveaway for this so that someone else can enjoy it, but I have like 3 more copies coming in, so yay. Oh my gosh, so as I was filming, my husband came in with like book mail. He just opened the door, he's like, here's some more books for you. So I got like something from Owl Crate, but I definitely want to show you guys this one because I was just talking about it. It is Satisfiction's version of The Hurricane Wars. How cute. So it is like shrink wrapped too. I think it's definitely like the regular edition, but it also has nice sprayed edges. So I definitely like this. I think this is like one of the first things that I saw come out before like Fairy Loot and before Waterstones. So it's cute, it's nice and simple. And then I got this card here, Hurricane Wars, and a little letter from Theo Guanzon herself, and then a signed book plate. How cute is that? So yeah, I mean, just in time to show you guys. So that means I only have Dazzling Bookshop and then Fox and Wit. I want to show you guys what I'm picking for next month. And I had another idea in my head about what I wanted to read for November's BIPOC pick. But after like this kind of like longer read, and then like the other 2 months kind of like a heavier read with Asian identities and stuff like that, I am just wanting a nice, light, fluffy read. And so I met this author at Steamy LitCon earlier this year. I am going to pick one of these. I think one of them is the first in a series so far, and one of them is part of another series that is already complete, but basically you can read them as standalones, I think. So I'm gonna pick one of these. This is by Jen Trin, and I follow her on Instagram. She's so nice. One is called Crushing on You, which I might read this one. The other one is Coming Clean. I think this is the newer one. Let me see, I think so. Sorry, okay, so this one is, let's see. Anna Tang doesn't date Asian guys. Her own Chinese family is bad enough, and she's not looking to double the trouble. Besides, she's busy chasing her dream of becoming a music journalist, and she's going to march towards it single-mindedly and single if need be. But when she meets a handsome stranger on a flight to a wedding, she's charmed, intrigued, seduced. Too bad he's Asian and not her type. Ian Gao has a great tech job and rock hard abs from years of climbing. His parents hope he'll settle down soon, but he's drawn to the fierce and lovely Anna, who doesn't plan on getting married ever. Oh my gosh. The more time they spend together, the more it feels like coming home. Does Ian have what it takes to make her stay? Or are the walls around her heart too hard to climb? So I might read this one. Let's see what this one is about. Mix two lonely misfits, one aloof rabbit, a bag of shrimp chips, and what do you get? A terrific scandal. I love shrimp chips. Prince Charming, Dark Moody Princess. Diana, or Dai Ho, is a goth fashion designer failing to make it in LA after begging the universe for a sign. She's answered by the narcissist hiding next door, A-list actor Darian Lee, known to his fans as Prince Charming or sometimes Space Darcy. Both desperate for a distraction, the two find comfort in each other's arms, but when their night of passion is caught on camera, they are forced to work together to cover up their mistake, despite assuming the absolute worst of one another. So this kind of reminds me of The Boyfriend Candidate that I read recently. I might put this to the side because I don't really feel like reading a famous type of book yet. The famous characters. I will probably read this one first. Yeah, this is 2020, so I think this is the older one. I talked to her a little bit about her books during Stevie Lit, and she seems so nice. So I think this is one of her older ones. And I do want to read this because I can kind of relate. When I was younger, like, I am all for like Southeast Asian or Asian culture and things like that, but growing up with my mom, it was kind of hard because everything is just like shoved down your throat, right? And it kind of makes you not appreciate your culture. So when I was younger, like in high school and stuff like that, I was like, I do not want to date anyone Asian. I do not want to date anyone Vietnamese and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see how this pans out. Yeah, this is gonna be my November pick. So join me next month and I will let you know how I feel about this one. All right, thank you so much guys for watching my video. I will see you next time. Bye.